Now for the remainder of my collection of engines to be reviewed. Bash and Dash, the Iron Twins, Diesel 10, Splodge, and the two American... Now, I would be mean, but I'm not going to, so we'll start off with Bash and Dash. Well, you can't really find anything wrong with the two. I mean, Dash even has his little freckles from a distance, but I guess the one thing is that I wish Dash's eyes were a little bit more narrower than Bash's, so that way it looks like he's actually up to something. As for the log trucks that came with Dash, I have to say I'm pretty impressed. You can see the logs have their little chain link thing, the little holster, which holds them right there. Definitely a lot of detail with the little spring coils. And they gave him the wood, and there's the gearing outside. He doesn't want me to go! And they even have the one front coupling. They look just like the ones out of the movie, with the little logging logo emblem. Now, this also came with Bash, log cutting supplies. So, whoop-de-dee. We move on to Rosie, who has Bash's brake fan, which is just a narrow gauge brake fan. I have to say it's really nice. You even have the little window there. So, I guess one thing I didn't like about Rosie was that her eyebrows and her freckles faded away. So I tried to put them back in with a Sharpie. Didn't work. Can't really, complain about her. She's a good running model. Now on to Iron Bert and Iron Airy. Contrary to belief, this is actually Bert's face on Airy's chassis, and Airy's face on Bert's chassis. But this is supposed to be Bert's face, and that's Airy's face. They seem more realistic because the faces actually stick out instead of Diesel's, whose is just flat. Not really much to complain with these two. I'm glad they released Smelter's Yard cars just for the two of them. Really, really nice. So, now on to Diesel 10 and his minions. I got the new version of Diesel 10 with the white on the eyes. I guess one thing I'm sad about is that Pinchy doesn't move, aside from that stupid little jaw opening closing motion. Light gray wheels, not black. Not cool. The old Trackmaster splatter. No white on the eyes, that's the pet peeve. The new Trackmaster Dodge. Mine, sadly, has the wonky eyes. No olive green paint up here, which, again, is a crying shame. I guess you could put it that way, but I got the only one I'm missing from the Magic Railroad is Lady, so that's pretty much it for them. Bert, I was elated to find this one. Has to be one of my favorite diesels. Now for the American Glory. As Bill Barman said, it had to be one of the most detailed ones yet. A little bit of white paint on the cowcatcher, great from all angles. Amazing side rod detail. Heck, even cab interior detail. I put the workers there just to make it a little more exquisite. The bell is nice, but I can understand why they didn't add the whistle, because it just juts out and a kid could break it, swallow it, yuck. They didn't put the little white paint here, so you can't really complain. It's just a great looking model. Fantastic. The brake vending comes with is actually based off of one we had in America. It was just like this, except it was a little bit longer. He has his oval buffers and silver lining. I can't really complain about him, but I will review Ferdinand when I get him, and I'll just throw in the members of the pack that I have now. which would be, I'm not reviewing Take Along Jack and Alfie because they're pretty much spot on. For Buster, hate that little clicking noise. It's bothersome, but he's a great model. Oliver, they pretty much nailed it. I mean, look, they gave him the empty scoop. Everything about him is spot on. Can't find anything wrong with him. Patrick, little thing in there that's just a pain in the butt. Nice facial expression. He's a good model. Now, Kelly, I had a lot of issues with. I mean, before I modified him to be this way, the only thing his arm did was move up and down, and the cab rotated 360 degrees. But I added in a piston, so it holds it up, and a working winch. Yay! And I got the Smelter's Yard cars. So, whoop-de-doodle-dee for me. That's my second pack. I have the first one opened up. You have your slag car, and then your little car with the removable rust load. And yeah, I think. Give me that. No, it's not a two-type. Oh wait. And the flat car with the pile of I-beams, which are removable, sadly hollow, but flatbed makes a nice touch. These fit in any old troublesome truck, so knock yourselves out. Tips this way, that way. It kind of looks like radioactive pudding. As for the little scrap load, comes out a little old well wagon. I wish they could have been wiser on their scrap load. I mean, who would throw away a shovel, 2 wrenches, and a pick? Because you pretty much need those on the railway. But other than that, great detail. Looks like actual scrap. And this was my log car. I spray painted so that way you could go with it. I love it, and I can't really see there's much more I want to talk about. So I'll be getting in new engines and making in new reviews. I'll do take and play reviews with characters I have and whatnot. So peace.